Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid. We've got another turn for you here with Bumble Rumble. It's turn 67. And yeah, I think I said this at the end of last video, but I feel the need to say it at the moment, which is just that this is a very fun game I'm having. Not only because I've kind of been winning, and because it's been hard, so I'm in like that comfort kind of challenge zone where it's kind of hard winning, but you are winning. But I think this nation's fun. You have to learn to play the game differently with each nation you play sometimes, and this one certainly fits the bill. And yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So I've got a turn. We had some big things planned, and a lot of this was like rock, paper, scissors psychology with yes. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. So we made a golem, a bunch of manifest vitriol. We cast stellar focus, and we were successful. That means we overpowered. We overpowered Pythium, which is nice. Okay. We cast teleport, mind hunt. We killed Subarutha. I don't know who that is, but I'll just tell you, it is not the commander we were trying to kill. It must have been a scout. Lichcraft, Manifest Vitriol, Awaken, Vine Ogres, Arcane Probing. We found a Submerged Labyrinth. Okay, so we got a magic site. Nice. Arcane Nexus was dispelled. Fuck. So I saw this turn for the first time like 20 minutes ago. And, yeah, that's pretty shitty. It's not what I wanted. It definitely hasn't paid itself back. I mean, when you take into account the fact I had to alchemize to get it, it was definitely paying for itself. It was in the process of it, but it was not done. Not done at all. Now, we teleported, if you recall, a water elemental summoner onto one of his thugs. And the first round of water elementals make contact with the PD. The second round, he almost snuck into the back, and if he got to my commander, he would have gotten wrecked. Okay, then we kill him. So, as a consequence of that, though, we got the summit. And I'll just show you that. So we got the summit, and if you recall, it is a 25 Earth Gem item with armor piercing, 28 damage, 12 attack, and 16 defense. Now, I want very badly to give this to my god, but because I have a Ring of Returning, I feel pretty safe carrying it around. So anyway, we're going to probably keep it on this guy, and hopefully if he gets hit, he'll get zapped home and we can give it to my god. Because I feel like this is a weapon that a squid should have. Completely appropriate. Importantly, it's going to basically give me main gauche parrying level of defense, plus an attack that is almost impossible to miss, that is going to do an enormous, just a recklessly huge amount of damage. 40, like, oh my god, it's going to be doing 28 plus my strength, which is 35. So it's going to be doing, yeah, 60 damage plus, and it's going to take my attack score, which is 19. And what's this? I guess I might lose 1 to ambidextry, so like 18, but then it's going to add to it 12. So it's going to be a 30 attack rating hit for 60 damage. That's basically a guaranteed delete to somebody. And that somebody could be a Doom Horror. So I think that will probably replace the main gauche of parrying I have here. So that is certainly a nice result. Now, continuing down the list, we start to have a bunch of battles, and I think we don't have so many that I can't actually click through them. Now, if you recall, I tried to snipe this commander here with Mind Hunt. It didn't work, and so I had an army that was moved in to kill it. Instead, I think he caught one of my guys, and I don't know why they were here. I don't even remember moving them here, but yeah, he basically caught some of my guys that I was just moving around. It wasn't really an army. And so I lost a couple hundred gold of stuff. 400 gold of stuff, maybe? How much are these? Yeah. 400 gold of stuff. So that's shitty. I don't remember moving him there. But, anyway, we all make mistakes. Some of us more than others. Now, this is our army moving off. Okay, this was not enough to trigger gem usage, because I had my front guy scripted to summon water elementals, and he did not. It didn't lose anything. We killed the PD, and there was a temple here. Oops. There was a temple here, and so we destroyed that, so that's good. We are definitely doing deep damage to Yissian infrastructure and PD and everything. Yes kicks me out of this ocean province. These were guys basically returning onto the fort. So his way of kicking me off, and I guess this was more of like a gym bait, was to move guys here and potentially kick me off. So there's 20 druids in here, which I believe. And there's some druids here. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what else happened. Yes attacks me here with a sorceress or 2 or 3, and they've got earth gems, so I don't know what they're going to do. I guess summon earth elementals? I haven't actually watched this battle, and those are going to squish PD. This is risky. If I had done a PD dump here of like 30, or even less, it would have killed all these, and then they would have lost their cap-only mages, so... But you gotta roll the dice when you play this game. You basically never have certainty. It is a game of uncertainty. Decision-making and uncertainty. So here we're killing this Ivy King that raided our PD. And you can see our Frozen Heart spam actually is hitting him from afar. We may actually kill him before... Yeah, the Frozen Heart actually killed him. We didn't really even need our troops. Now these troops, and it's important, are going to expire. Whoops. So, now this is a surprise move. So this was my main army. Now, I changed my orders up. I thought about taking this army onto Yis's cap. My army. And I decided at the last minute, before the turn went, that I was going to move it and not go on Yis's cap, but instead raid southward, basically to the southwest of Yis, and take another temple out, with the reasoning that I would have another army in position to merge up with this army on top of Yis's cap next turn. And I would rather go with both, in case he chose to defend. The other reason was because Yis was going to have to make a decision where all of these knights were going to go, and I didn't know which decision he would make. I thought he would go liberate his land fort, and so I evacuated the land fort. He did not go there. Indeed, he took all of his Movarchs, who are one of the only units that have map move 2 in the ocean if there's no other units with them, and he ocean map moved to them to intercept this army in case I went to this fort. So this was not a move I was expecting. I didn't even consider it as a possibility. I thought this move I was making was pretty unlikely. Though I guess in some ways it was predictable in the sense that I had been targeting temples, and there was a temple in that province, and I've kind of been dodging his armies, taking less predictable moves, so I guess he figured that out and decided to roll the die. So, let's see what he's got. Okay, we have Living Water go off. And I had enough to cast it a few times, and then I had Mass Protection go off after I got Living Water out. Now, what you're seeing, and let me slow it down a little bit, is you're seeing a lot of Liquefy come out, and I forget actually what the spell, paths are, or school is. I want to say it's Alteration, like High Alteration, but it's basically like Soul Slay. I think it's an MR check, and if you fail it, you die. It may be AoE 1, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think it's just... I'm not sure. We'll go look it up after this. But what's happened is, because I got Mass Protection on my Water Elementals, they are actually pretty hard to kill. The reason is, take a look at these guys. They're going to do 19 damage. Versus this, it's going to be like a protection score of 8. So on average, let's say they do like 11 or 12 damage. That's going to get cut in half by the blunt pierce resistance. So now they're going to be doing only, like, 6 or 7 damage to my elementals. Like 7 you can see there. But these guys regenerate 5. So it's actually a long road to killing these elementals once they have any protection buff on them underwater, because they're regenerating a lot. Like here you can see they got hit by 4. Now, with enough attack density they can do it. But we're not relying on these elementals to kill them. We are blasting the shit out of them with Liquefy in this case. And I thought, when I was thinking about it, that they would be doing Frozen Heart. Which Frozen Heart would also be doing this, but not quite as efficiently. Yeah, there's Frozen Heart going. In terms of fatigue, my guys are all fatigued out, which is fine. Basically, every time they wake up, they kill a Movarch or 2. Now, at the end, you can see some of my troops are starting to engage in combat, but they've already lost most of their guys, and they're going to be very close. Oh, they are routing. You can see they're routing. So, this actually went way better than I thought it would. When I first loaded it up and I saw he moved his army here, I was like, holy shit, this is bad. But as you can see, it has gone significantly better than we predicted it would have. So, without going any further, let's go ahead and look up Liquefy. Liquefy, you need to be Water 4 to cast it, so all of my guys can cast it. Oh, it's Area of Effect 3. Holy shit. Yeah. So this just murders dudes. But its magic resistance negates easily, so not as good as Soul Slay when it comes to just killing a solo target, but it can just delete swaths of dudes. So even though they were probably passing a lot of their MR checks, yeah, they weren't passing them well. I mean, they weren't passing enough, because there were a ton of these checks. Like, I was casting Liquefy several times, and that's kind of what it looked like in the battle. Because you could see in the battle, I mean, you could see this, it looked like this Area of Effect kind of confusion spell. Like, you'll see it up here when they come in, because they're about to go off script. Or I think they already are off script. There's Frozen Heart, and then we're going to see the first Liquefy now, probably. Okay, it's going on down here. Yeah, you can see this is a 3 area of effect. Boom, boom, and boom. And like there it's not killing anybody, but then like here it killed a couple people. So anyway, they got punished. Now, the net result of that battle was we lost 23 War Shamblers, which, you know, this... I hate paying the Movarch tax, which I've been paying for the past 20 turns. Like, to kill Movarchs, you gotta pay a tax. But this is the lowest tax I've had to pay. We killed 42. We hardly lost anybody, compared to what we've lost on other fights. I mean, this is just... yeah, I mean, this is like 1,000-something gold of stuff, but for this, I mean, we killed like 4,500 gold of Movarchs, which are not easily replaceable. Whereas here we lost, like, what's 25 times 25? Yeah, it's just like 650 gold of stuff. So almost nothing compared to what we killed. And of course our stuff is much easier to replace than his. So this was the reason I decided not to go on the cap, was so that I could merge these armies afterwards. And indeed, I think that's what we're going to do this turn. We're going to go ahead and pull everybody in. Now there's another temple here, which does look juicy, I'm not going to lie. And I potentially could send this guy. I mean, actually could send him here to kill these sorceresses. And there would probably be 2 battles, because he's probably going to merge both the guys in here, or at least some people in here. I wonder how many he could... He doesn't need a Ring of Regen. The other thing you can see, I've gone and alchemized all my stuff into pearls. We're going to cast Nexus again. But, like, he could probably go and delete these guys. Because water elementals are going to beat the shit, like the living shit, out of earth elementals. Okay, and it's going to use... He's going to be water 5, so it's going to basically give me 5 water elementals per cast. And I don't know how many it will give me for the second time. There's a good chance that, like, if there's 2 battles... We'll kind of be a little stingy here. There's a good chance this guy gets zapped home, but I think I'm okay with that. He should have enough gems left over for the second fight. And then, yeah, we're gonna move here. I don't think he has anything... I don't know... I mean, obviously, like, he could have 100 glamored Movarchs somewhere I don't know about, but I don't think that's likely. I think his army that was here moved through his cap and over here, and that's what fought me. So I don't think he really has anything to protect his capital, which is, of course, what we are going to go for. Now, the risk of this strategy is that he can reinforce from other forts. Now, I can magic phase on top of it, but it's going to be tricky. Going to be very tricky. So I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to script this battle. So I think the main thing is somebody's going to be doing Wooden Warriors, mass regen. I think that's fine. And then I think my other guy, because I should have 2 of them. Okay, they're right next to each other. I just didn't see them. I think this actually is a fine script. Elemental Fortitude, hold mass protection. That should allow me to get off some living waters. Like, this guy can do it. And he'll be right up here at the front. And actually, we can probably... No, I think that's okay. I do want to make sure everybody has done water power. Which... This guy... Oh, wait. No. Water elemental? I think we'll do friendly currents. I think here we'll only do 2, and then we'll do liquid body. The other thing I might do with this guy is after he's done, I might have him do liquid body. Okay? And that... There's a very decent chance that that will kill whatever is over here. Like these 3 girls. Okay, so coming in here, you aren't going to do that. You are going to do summon water elemental. Will give us a size 4 one. You're doing 2 of these. Now I'm going to have to drop in with teleport more water gems. And hopefully that will be okay. You need to do summon water power. we're definitely low on water gems over in this area. Now the other thing we can do, and I think we will do this, is I did make a Staff of Cthulhu. So he's now going to hold on to this for a good long while. But it's going to give me 3 temporary water gems. So what it probably means is we actually can do this one more time before we do Liquid Body. Now if we cast it, it's going to be... Wait, we're going to be Water 5. Which means this is going to cost... I know I did this last episode, but we're going to do it again because I forget. Water 5 means this is going to cost only half, so it's going to be 100. So to get it down where I can cast it 3 times, I'm going to have to put 3 extra gems. I'm going to have to do 5 gems a cast. So I don't think we can actually cast it this and... It's going to be 10 gems total to get it off twice, and we have 8, which, yeah, I don't know. It's not going to be pretty. We will probably only cast it once the second time, but that's without doing math. That's just, but that's fine. If we kill these guys and then they come in and they hit me and I get teleported home, I'm not going to really go cry. Now, I had a bunch of these gems. I think I had 90 pearls. And I alchemized a ton of stuff. Most of it was water. I do want to make sure I don't have any water gems lying around in people's inventory. I mean, pearls. If I had any thugs that came home that are holding on to some gems... It is the time now, gentlemen, to cough them up. The other thing that sucks is I spent a lot of gems last turn expecting to get the Arcane Nexus reimbursement. Hasn't really played out. So... Okay, you guys are going to research. We don't have enough to make any more green lions, but we've got... quite a few already, or not a ton, but we have some. Some, I mean, even having a few mixed into your army is really good for dealing with, like, the rogue thug. Now, Shirayama has declared war, and we see a ton of Bakemono sorcerers, so... we'll have to figure out what we're going to do to deal with them, and I'm not sure yet, but I have ideas. Searched here, didn't find anything. The other thing that this kind of tells me is to keep Nexus up, I'm probably going to have to save another... Like, my first 600 pearls are probably just going to have to go to putting it up again. I'm putting it up enough where if they do, like, a very weak Dispel... like, if they do a very weak Dispel, like, where they just put 100 total in it, there's a good chance... that I get to keep it. But... yeah, if they do anything kind of strong again, it's going to go down. So this isn't going to stay up for a long time, but hopefully it will stay up long enough to pay for itself. Except I'm not totally sure. We're not going to spend it quite yet. I have a golem here I need to teleport to. So this golem, I'm trying to figure out where it should go. It's got a firebrand and a shock shield. I don't know how it would do against these Movarchs. I have a feeling it would murder them. But I don't remember what this guy had. Just a coral blade? None of them have built-in shock resistance or anything. And the firebrand is not going to do too much against them. Alternatively, we could send them here, but there's a lot of... I think they have an Axe of Hate here, which I don't really want my golem to get mixed up in. The good thing about this is we'll get surrounded by these heavy cav. They do have blunt attacks, though, and the blunt attacks are kind of good against golems. I'm not even totally sure what's in range. This is all out of range. So I really have to pick a land target. Like, I could hit here, this is the 5 Movarch squad. This probably is the safest bet. And I don't think the golem's going to be super useful against Shiniyama. It might be. I think that's going to be the target. I wish I had, anything in terms of, like, more gems. I don't think this is quite enough for a second casting, but hopefully, like, it'll take them at least one turn to pool gems. And they have no idea how much I have, and they know if they fail it again, they're going to be in trouble. Like, if I put... And they have no idea how many I'm going to put into it. So, hopefully they don't immediately dispel it. Either they do, like, just the bare minimum dispel of, like, 60 or 100 total gems that they put in, and I eke out another Nexus casting for long enough just to pay it, like, to where I could put it with this strength up again. Like, if I have 400 pearls when they do it again, then I'm going to be okay. On one hand, this sucks for me. On the other hand, this is really going to be tapping into the resources of everybody who's trying to dispel it. Because I know that they're alchemizing to do it. There's no way they took it down with that many pearls without them also alchemizing. Ooh, we got some spring hawks. Hello. Was there an event here that gave us that? Yeah, here it is. Huh. It's kind of cool. Okay, we have to patrol here because we had a bad event, basically. You guys go here? Oh, nice. I guess this guy does have magic leadership. Nice. Okay, so... yeah, we're gonna patrol here. You know, one thing I haven't been doing an awesome job of is making sure I have been site-searching Holy. Like a good boy should. So let's search where I remember. Here, we can't preach any higher, so we definitely want to search. Here, we're Dominion Shrink 6, so we're tapped out, so we might as well search. Here, we're Dominion Shrink 7, so we might as well search. There's a chance we find one, and it's definitely worth rolling the dice. I think we're going to patrol. Okay. Now there's a big Pythium force here. Pythium is now getting really big. Pythium is a scary nation in the late game too. I mean, not that scary when I can nuke the shit out of them with Murdering Winter, but, like, right now, obviously, I'm a little strapped for gems. This Nexus is a weird play. Like, when you go for it, man, I think on average I generally don't get gems from it. I think it's more, like, oppressive to other people because they don't want to spend gems, or something like that. Now, this army is probably strong enough to fight that army, but not easily so. Let's watch this battle. I don't even remember this. I remember sitting there, I don't remember watching it. How's my fatigue doing? I did just the minimum script to not fatigue out. Yeah, I'm almost fatigued out. He's like a little missile. He's probably already burnt out now. 80, yeah. Any more PD, he would have died. But this was going to be a Jedi play if it worked, because then... yeah. I can go here. I feel like this is a little risky. if we kill this and this is just an army, I can probably PD dump here. What do we have? Oh, we have good. We have Amber Clan. These actually are pretty good. So I think we're going to do a PD dump here and just make a little permanent claim to this portion of the lake. Because if he smashes these guys into these guys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. I might just do 30. 30 is a little close though. I'll do 35. Not a good time to be in Yis's capital, I don't think. Hammers, we're gonna have to put all our hammers back. We don't have any gems to forge anything except casting Arcane Nexus. And what is my golem doing? Are we... I think I might have... Okay, I think we're not gonna do... Am I magic phasing my golem? I did. Where the hell are we going? Okay, I can go here. There's a good chance this army comes this way, and if they do, I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill it. Oh no, but they have the Axe of Hate. I think that's okay. I really would like that cold armor. I don't think I have any. The Rhyme Hallperk. Currently, no signs of it. Yeah. Well, if I go here, maybe I could send somebody like you. Yeah. Maybe we just do like a full-on trap. Like, so what's the golem gonna come here and do? Okay, so let's have this army. It's highly likely they're gonna go defend this fort, because that looks more like where I'm gonna move. But instead I could merge up here. Do I have... We're Alt 8. What can this guy do in Alt 8? We can do Fog Warriors for 1, which is a very big for 1. Is there a lab here? Yeah, I think we're going to make a huge army here, and we're going to go take this fort. And this guy with Power of the Spears... He might need a couple communion slaves, which we can arrange for him. So he might have to kind of blow these guys up, but that's okay. And what is it going to take? Fog Warriors is not that hard to cast. Okay, wait, we have to be Air 4 to cast it? How are we going to be Air 4 when we're Air 1? Power of the Spheres gets us up to 2, Communion gets us up to 3. It's gonna be messy, guys. It's gonna be really messy. I think it's okay. This is very, very far from ideal, but I think we have to use 2 communion slaves. Have these guys as anti-thug. We'll merge them up here. Meanwhile, we send this guy in here to fluff the golem. So the golem right here, pretty strong, but not super high protection. Natural protection is 6, so it will get buffed through the roof if we do something like... like this. I think we're gonna go ahead and drop Legions of Steel, and then we're gonna retreat. So we're really just using him as an R2. The Golem himself, I think, is going to do Body Ethereal, Astral Shield. I don't think we need... I think that would probably just 1, because... yeah. Should work. It'll take our head armor up to 13, body armor. You know, there's a chance they die. I think we're going to get rid of the Legions of Steel part. Ideally, I give him like a Burning Pearl or something. I just don't have it. I don't have anything that I can see anyway. I mean, I guess if we're going to do it, I might as well put this on him. It's going to do shit, though. I was going to put him on just to make him more killy, then I realized he's going to have an attack score of 7. Like, this thing's never going to hit. But I guess it'll hit some things. And it's going to give me more defense, so that's not horrible. It's pretty bad. Okay, we have our Wraith Lord coming in, too. He can go ahead and move here, too. And so then he'll be... Let's go ahead and just hit these guys. I'm not even going to bother to script them. I don't think... I mean, I think there's like 0 chance of there being a fight here, but we'll check. The other thing is, Yis should be using Fog Warriors at this point. I don't know if I pointed that out, but he basically hasn't been doing any battlefield-wide buffs, so I feel like I'm getting an easy ride here fighting Yis. I mean, it's been grindy just because Movarchs are so fucking strong. He's been playing pretty well strategically, but he's not been doing all the spells he needs to. Anyway. I guess we'll just do Horde of Skeletons with this guy. Oh, you know, he has... Oh, he's not in the lab. But we'll give him... I have a little Ghost Orb, we'll give him and some other stuff, and he can drop some cool stuff, I'm sure. Yeah, the Movarchs could make it down here, but the main army cannot. So then from here, this province with the lab... I mean, hopefully Nexus stays up, and then we regem and launch into here. Which does beg the question, what do I do with this guy? And I think continuing to raid might be the plan. Like, moving here would be very risky. I think this is a safe move, and right now I'm kind of into raiding with safe moves, if that is such a thing. Now, moving back here, I've got a bunch of guys that are about to expire. I feel like people might try to bid me for these. What's my siege strength here? 198? We're not going to break through the fort yet. We do need to rebid them, but rebidding them is going to come at the cost of this PD dump. Which maybe we just accept that and just do our gratuitous one. Because I would rather have this... I mean, honestly, killing these guys is nice, but it's not that important. I would much rather have this, and I think having this in a timely manner is going to require rebuying these guys. If other people steal them from me, I'm not going to be super salty. Just a little salty. Okay, we actually have a fair amount. I might still be able to PD dump. If this is unsupported, it should get killed. Man, Yis has this throne with a ton of shit. I mean, what's probably going to happen is, if I conquer Yis, somebody's going to go kill these guys. Yis actually is pretty big. I mean, no wonder it's been so freaking hard. He's got, like, a bunch of land down here that I didn't even really know about. I mean, Yis had the perfect start. A cap with 1 million cap circle provinces, a lake that's uncontested. He managed to secure himself a lot of little spots on different portions of the lake. Like up here even, all of this was his, and then if he had had all of Pangaea, oh my god. Very scary. I'm glad I warred him when I did. But perhaps I could have engineered it better where... Now we're not attacking this, but I have a fair amount of PD here. And it's pretty good PD. Maybe there's a good chance he comes and raids me here. There's also a chance he moves on top of this. Oh, these guys are set to casting Manifest Vitriol. It's going to give us more water gems, which I can alchemize into pearls, which I'll do. So I feel like we're right at this threshold of if they do a quick recasting of Dispel, they'll get it in like one turn. It's always fun after the game to figure out what people did in terms of like trying to take your globals out. I don't think we're casting it anywhere else. Let's see if we are, because I mean, Manifest Vitriol is nice and all, but could take the gems off him. That's a little risky. So he thinks we have a nap. I don't need to sit here and patrol every turn. I mean, we don't, but that's fine. We can think about, I think... It would be really nice having Fog Warriors in this main army down here, too. Be really nice. And it's not something that's impossible. Really, I could take... Do I have an Air 2 somewhere? I do. Mead Maker. I wonder if he can even make it. How far is it? 5 provinces? Do I have somebody who can cast something? Okay, Meadmaker can make it. So for storming the fort, I might do it. We might send Meadmaker in with like a crystal shield or I think a crystal shield's about as much as I'm willing to risk. That's not going to get me quite there, though. So I'm not sure. How would I get up to Air 4? I guess I could give him a slave matrix. I mean, a communion master matrix, or whatever you call it. And then that, and then if there's some astral mages I have here, we could wire them up. It would probably be worth it to be able to drop Fog Warriors. And if I'm doing mass regen and stuff, it wouldn't be quite as painful on my slaves. I have this guy, which, you know... I think we're going to go ahead and take this army and move it right here. All my hammers I'm not using, I'm taking off. A big mistake I've made before is you leave hammers on people that aren't using them, and then you forget they're there, and it takes you forever to find them. Okay, we were gonna do... Okay. This person was going to use nature gems to make forts, but I don't really have them. I'm probably not going to have them for at least a couple turns. Like Living Castle, which is... it's 40 gems, so I think I can definitely afford to move back. I don't want to forget about her and then have her die. Which, knowing me, is something that's extremely possible. We're moving in more mage support over this way. I'm going to have to spend tons of water gems to defend this border. But if he thinks he's going to take this from me when I'm going to spam out Living Water, oof, he just does not know how this game is going to go for him. I probably... No, I can... From here and here I can reinforce outwards. I think my mage... Well, no, I do kind of still want these guys. And... if they take... Okay, there's a few ways... Let's talk about how this can go wrong. If somebody else puts another global up, which is reasonably likely... It's not extremely likely, and the reason it's not extremely likely is because people have been alchemizing stuff most likely to take Arcane Nexus down. But like if Well of Misery were to go up, I would be not surprised at all. Kind of feeling like I need to move these guys forward. We're gonna have a bigger army here. Ooh, Manifest Vitriol Caster. No, thank you. This turn, all water gems are going into pearls. I think we'll let them go sit on top of my fort if they want to. I don't really care if they sit on top of Pinch. Do I care? I'm not sure I don't care. I've got a ton of guys coming in. Should I defend? Can I do mass protection? Do I have a cornucopia? I don't. I mean... I think we're going to defend this, actually, in case he comes. It's not going to be terribly hard, I don't think. Those are famous last words, though. Patrol. Coming down here. Look, you're going to move in patrol. Some of you guys on guard commander. But I don't have anything for him to cast. I don't have any nature gems because I alchemized them. If I could go back and redo turn from scratch and I wasn't that lazy, I'd probably save some nature gems and have him do mass protection. What can he cast that's kind of useful? That doesn't take any nature gems. Mass protection's only one. Do I really have not a single nature gem lying around on some commander? It appears... the answer is no. Okay, we got another Lich. One of you is going to have to come make the trip down here. I have no idea. I mean, he has... I kind of should send scouts out. But it'll be very interesting to see what he puts on my border that is going to survive 100 water elementals. I don't have mass protection. Oh no, I will have it. I only need Nature 3, so this guy can cast it with a Thistle Mace. We're at 29 Blood Slaves. But I think, yeah, you're on a lab, so we can take this item off you. Give you a Shambler skin. Do I have any more Shambler skins? No. Look how many hammers I've been using, man. That's a ton. I also have more Mindhunt gear. Because I thought I would be spamming it, but apparently all my pearls are going to be going into making sure everybody else alchemizes theirs. I think we're going to move you right on... Do we have boots? Any kind of fast-moving boots? Don't see any. Anybody here have any boots? Boots for the pole. He has them. He doesn't really need them, but kind of would like him to have them. Are we going to really slow move the Lich? The Lich I need to be careful with. I don't want him to be mind hunted. Not really something you need to worry about with Shinuyama, but... better safe than sorry. Does this guy have like a mat move limp? Okay. It's like, you really cannot move far, buddy. We might have him hang tight. I think you guys might roll out. Y'all are going to be needed. I have a strange feeling the whole world is going to turn on me. Which... nobody responded. I sent out a message saying, like, hey, you need to be worried about Tianchi. Tianchi, look, it's a good player. I mean, yeah. Pythium is now very large. This is the size of Pythium. I'm physically bigger on the map. Like, I think I occupy more space, but the ocean provinces are, like, larger in size. Province count, we're probably pretty close. If I eat all of Yis, though, I am going to be kind of god tier. But if I eat all of Yis, I think I'm going to be ready to fight everybody else. Yis doesn't seem to have a ton of magic sites. Like, wondering how he has all these gems to throw around. Doesn't have Isle of Ice? Ooh, that's nice. Highly likely somebody comes here. I mean, look, we're gonna lose this. He's gonna send him some people. We'll do enough just to make sure he drops some gems. Like, look, he's gonna take all this shit back. It's fine. And this will give us the move onto his capital, and I don't think we're gonna get off. I'm gonna commit a huge amount of shit just to keep him from getting his capital back. A yes without Movarch Knights is a very sad yes. Who are you? Okay, you come up. Is everybody casting shit? We're gonna make sure everybody has something to do. I guess we were reinforcing the number of gems we had here. I don't know what I exactly want to cast with this guy. I'm not really worried about too much coming out and fighting me. Honestly, I think we're just going to do conservative gem use. Fuck Frozen Heart, though. I need to turn these guys all on Falling Frost. I don't have a ton of... Yeah, Frostfiend is definitely good, though. Wave Warriors... You know, we're gonna at least do... I think instead of Wave Warriors, I think we are gonna drop... We're gonna do a slight cold play with... Grip of Winter. Falling Frost. Caught somebody with their retreat script. Spells. I think we'll have him spam out protection. Okay. So hopefully this fort's a little damaged still. Like, maybe it's... There's a chance we move back on it and pop it. I don't know how big that chance is, but if not, hopefully it's only one more turn on it. I think we do want to go ahead... So this army here, which is kind of small, there's a decent chance they come and raid in this direction, and if they do that, I think we do want to have our welcoming committee here for them. And I think both of these guys are going to be... Well, maybe not you, because you're... There's nothing too special about you. Come on. Get out of here. I think we'll just put a water lens on both of you. I've never really played a water nation. And not only have I not really... I mean, I've played Relay before, but I always played them like an astral nation. Here, I feel like I'm really playing the water path, and I really like it. Like, Falling Frost is fun, the water plays, the water elementals, I kind of dig it. Okay, now, guys, what are we going to do? Legions of Steel. Strength of Giants. Then Falling Frost, I think. Frozen Heart, because we're probably going to be fighting like more elite guys, which I think Frozen Heart's going to be better here. Okay. I think we'll bump up to 10 here, just to give us like a nice little screen. Soak up all those lance charges. And yeah, I think this, like, if this worked and he had killed this guy, which I could totally see happening, like, I think I got a little lucky here. That really would have turned the war around, because then these guys would have to come back. It would be much more scrappy. I think right now, though, it's put me in position to go for, like, the throat, which I'm definitely happy to do. And once I combine these armies where I'm getting mass regen and mass protection, it's going to be pretty good. We're getting pretty close now to... We're 3 turns away from Army of Gold. Which would be nice. You know, if I think about it too, that last turn when I didn't get many pearls coming in, it could have been because everybody was alchemizing theirs to send to so-and-so. But I guess from their perspective, they must be pretty happy that it came down. I mean, it is hard to take down like a 500, like they would have had to have put like 300 or 400 into it. And it's hard to organize that. People don't really want to pay that much. Emerald Guard? Is that what those are? Oh no, Heavy Cav, okay. This is not very scary, the ghouls and long dead. Okay, so now we have to recast Nexus, so let's make sure we alchemize everything. So how many are we going to put in after it's all said and done? 75 Overcast. Not a great number. Ideally, I would have done like 120. But it is high enough where, like, in terms of absolute gem spendage, like if they put in 100 flat, they might not take it down. But I don't know. We'll see. The problem is, like, on the edges, I don't get money for Arcane Nexus. So, like, the turn I put it up, I don't get it, and the turn it comes down, I don't get it. So I don't know. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to figure out what I do. Because I don't really know how I'm going to win if I don't have Nexus up. Did I get rid of these? Toggling all these options. Well, let's figure it out. But anyway, I've moved all my pieces. I have a decent play. We're doing a golem trap here. We're moving an army in here, which I think will be big enough to take this. We're going in on their capital. We're re-sieging this fort. We're doing a water elemental trap here, which hopefully will kill the sorceresses and then potentially even kill the next set of raiders, but hard to say. You know, this guy could get sniped. He has pretty high magic resistance. Roll the dice. He could get Soul Slayed. I was just thinking. I don't think that's super likely, but it's possible. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.